It's the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, your old inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. Peerless boilers, they're a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get the heat and hot water you need efficiently and save big on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boilers family of products, and to find a local installer near you, visit peerlessboilers.com. And remember, my guy Pete Morgan, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, peerlessboilers.com.
Excuse me! Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Now we're going to go from Chappaqua, we're going to go to Rikers Island.
And we're going to go to Norman Seabrook, of course, who was president of the Correction Officers Benevolent Association. Some big developments today with this federal judge. He names a remediation manager to take control of Rikers. What do you think about that?
First, let me say, first of all, I had a wonderful time at the studio today, but I'm a little upset because John flies back into New York. He brings no sunshine with him. He brings no warmth with him. He's got us freezing over here. But, no, it's great to be with you. And I think that Rikers is a major problem, but I think that part of the problem is the managers. And when you don't have a good manager, you can't run a good business. So I think that the federal judge putting, I guess
it's an overseer. Norman.
Yeah, it's an overseer. It's called a remediation manager, but it's an overseer.
And I think it's important, but I think hopefully it'll be able to turn itself around because it's the problem with the managerial skills. Not everybody deserves to be a manager. We all know that. And I guess that's why some people didn't really like my management style because I made the managers accountable. You're not going to treat inmates, officers, or anybody else disrespectfully. You're going to do the job that's required of you. Some of them don't like that. I think that also when you look at what's happening in the city, excuse me, with the homeless people dying in the street, and on the other side of the page, you're talking about building jails at $14 billion per jail is a little bit ludicrous. I think that we need to refocus ourselves on what the priorities are in the city of New York. Now, as far as the mayor is concerned, the new mayor, I'm willing to be helpful in any way that I can because this is a problem that needs to be addressed, and people have just continued to kick the can down the road year after year, mayor after mayor, and now that's got to change.
Norman, it's Richard Weinberger. It's good seeing you today.
Same here, Judge.
So it's very simple. Rikers is a place where they can give drug counseling, they can give shelter for the homeless, they can give medical care for people. It can be retooled. You know that. I know that. An overseer can help in that effort. What you can't do is close it down because the state law is very, very clear. You can't close it down until you have adequate facilities to house the people elsewhere. So if you close Rikers down, they'll be in violation of the state law. And you move them into communities, you will destabilize those communities. You cannot give integrated vertical services to all the people. It's a real problem, and I have to deal with that. What are your thoughts, Noam?
I think you're absolutely right. Matter of fact, I know you're right there, Judge, but I think that it's dangerous because if they're talking about letting individuals go from Rikers Island because of whatever crime or low-level felonies that he or she may have, it jeopardizes the safety and security of the community. But on the same side, what we're doing is we're allowing ourselves once again to kick the can down the road. There must be adequate housing. If you're going to remove a person from Rikers and put them in another place, you have to have some place, like you said, to put them. There is no place to put them right now. So that means they're going back into the community. Going back into the community without them being properly vetted is going to be a danger to the community. And we are trying to stop that right now with the amount of people that are in the country that are not supposed to be in the country committing violent acts of felonies and things like that. Nobody wants them in the community, but no one wants to be the first one to say, there's where he lives. So I understand how New York is functioning. I understand how the communities think, but at the same time, we have to be cognizant of the fact that these things have to be addressed, and if they're not addressed, then they're only going to get worse. And as far, like I said, as far as the new mayor is concerned, look, he knows and I know. I've met him. I've photographed with him, so nobody can't say that I have full disclosure on that. It is a dangerous institutional problem that we're faced with on Rikers Island, and ask if you go to any manager on Rikers and say, give me a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper of what you've done since you've been a manager for the last 5 years, the paper will probably be blank.
And Craig, we just have 30 seconds. Craig,
I was just going to say, I agree with everything you and the judge said, but we can't put prisoners back in our own communities, and we don't have the money to build prisons in our communities anyway.
$14 billion?
We don't have the money.
I like to have condos in those neighborhoods.
Let's just change the way we do business on Rikers, change the way we manage and maintain Rikers, and fix it.
And Norm, real quick.
That's all.
And real quick, let me just say this. I think that if we take and we look at giving these individuals all of the documents they need before they leave Rikers, their identification cards, their medical cards, setting them up with every program that's possible, because Rikers is available to do that, but they don't have the right managers in place to do that. And it's unfortunate that the correction officers are suffering. The president of the union, the president of the CCA, they're doing the best that they can. But when you have someone at the top that doesn't know what they're doing, it's not going to work. And that's why John has been so successful in his business. Mateo's been so successful in his business, and everybody else. And Judge, and you've been successful at what you do is because it's good management skills.
Absolutely.
By the way,
well
the
said.
latest talent on WABC, Fernando Mateo.
Fernando! We love him.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Norman. Thank you.
Norman, thank you. Thanks so much,
Thank you
Norm.
so much.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.